Well, hello, Chouen Nation. Remember me, Marc Chouen? Of course you do. Because last time, I left you hanging by just giving you my top 5 fantasy busts. Well, this time, I am going to give you my top 5 fantasy sleepers. Okay, so fantasy pick number 5, I have Doug Martin. Yes, the old school Doug Martin, who's not so old school. He's 29 years old, still on the right side of 30. He's on a new team with the Oakland Raiders. Old school football that John Gruden's going to implement in that team. He likes to run the ball. They also have a great offensive line, and they also have a pretty easy run schedule. So the run defenses that they're going to be facing, they're going to run all over them, baby. So Marshawn Lynch, he's 32. But yet he still posted over 800 yards rushing with 7 touchdowns last year after a year away from the game. So not so bad. But I don't think Marshawn Lynch is going to be the starter the whole year. He might get hurt. But honestly, with Doug Martin being reported being better than ever, reporting fresh to camp, slim, trim, ready to go, I think Doug Martin does wind up starting some point this year. And you know what? He could post up RB3, if not RB2 numbers. So keep an eye for that. I picked him up with my last pick. If you don't want to do that, he'll be on the waiver wire for sure, so keep an eye on him. Sleeper number 4 is DJ Moore. Oh, that rhymed. DJ Moore of the Carolina Panthers. I think this dude is the real deal. He came on very strong in camp. He came on very strong in the first game of the preseason. I know he kind of faded off the last 2 games, but hey, it's preseason. He's going to be a starter pretty much right away, at least in the slot behind Torrey Smith, but keep in mind it's Torrey Smith. DJ Moore is ultimately going to be the wide receiver number 2, maybe even number 1. Devin Funchess, I know, is the number 1 right now, but he's not a true number 1 in my opinion. Cam Newton, I think he's already developed a pretty solid connection with Moore, and I think that's only going to get better along the year. There's not a lot of weapons over there in Carolina. I know they have McCaffrey, but they plan on running him a little bit more. And they have Greg Olsen, who's losing a step. DJ Moore, he's looking great at that position. And he's young enough, and he's got the skill set to do it. So I think, honestly, he's going to surprise a lot of people, and he's definitely worth getting in the later rounds. And if you're in a keeper league, definitely worth stashing. Okay, so my third pick I'm excited for, it's Joe Flacco. Yeah, I know, you probably think I'm crazy, but listen to this. Flacco has thrown over 4,000 yards before. He's consistently thrown over 3,000 yards. He's a former Super Bowl winner. The dude is over 30 years old. He's been around the league for quite a bit. Now, this year, they drafted Lamar Jackson, a rookie quarterback who's playing fairly well. And I've heard that it's lit a fire underneath Flacco's ass, and he's having the best camp in his life. Think about that for a second. This year, they're also trying to implement a new offense. They want to throw more. And they brought in Michael Crabtree, they brought in Willie Snead, and they have John Brown. And Crabtree has posted number 1 receiver numbers before. They brought in 2 rookie tight ends who's supposed to be very solid as well. I think Flacco is going to have the season of his life. You may want to draft him with your last pick. You may want to keep an eye on him on their waiver wire. But I think Flacco is going to surprise a lot of people. And he's definitely someone worth, in an auction draft, especially if you just want to spend $1 on someone, Flacco could be your guy. My second pick is Anthony Miller. And I'm not talking about my nephew. I am talking about the wide receiver rookie for the Chicago Bears. Now, you heard my opinion about DJ Moore earlier before. I think Anthony Miller is better than DJ Moore. I think Anthony Miller is going to be the guy in that offense. They have a lot of moving parts in there. Trubisky, I know, is young, but I do like Nagy. I do like what they're doing with Anthony Miller. Memphis, his coaches, they raved about him, about his work ethic, and it's showing in camp, and it's showing in preseason. The guy is on fire. I think the guy's going to provide a lot of consistent wide receiver 3 numbers, maybe even with 2 upside. Allen Robinson, you know how I feel about him, but the defenses are going to treat him like a true number 1, which opens the doors for Anthony Miller. I think it's going to be a good year for him. I think it's going to be worth picking up later in the rounds. And if you're playing in a keeper league, definitely someone you want to stash, because I think this dude is going to ultimately be the number 1, if not this year, then next. My top fantasy sleeper is Sterling Shepard. That's right, the G-Man. They have a new head coach, Pat Shurmur, who loves his boys in the slot. Look at Adam Thielen last year. The dude had a season of his life, over 1,200 yards receiving. He had a few touchdowns there as well. Shepard last year, he played without Odell, who just got a big contract, by the way. Shepard by himself is number one receiver. He had over 700 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. Before that, with Beckham, he had 8 touchdowns. So I think you're going to see a combination of the two there with Shermer is the head coach. I think you're going to see a lot more receiving yards. I think he's going to crack 1,000 yards. I really do. I know they have Ingram. I know they have Barkley. Barkley's going to get the ball quite a bit. I think Ingram might be the odd guy out. Beckham, he's Odell. I mean, the dude's going to be crushing it if he doesn't get hurt. But Shepard, it's going to lead a lot of opportunities for him, and I think he's going to capitalize on it. You're going to get him later on. He's definitely worth the pick. He's going to be a wide receiver number 2, guys. Definitely on your team. I think, honestly, he's the type of player that could win you a championship. And there you go. Those are my picks. I hope you enjoy them. I hope you listen to what I say. I hope you win a fantasy football championship, baby. And, give me some love. Give me a cut, because I just help you out. I mean, the least you can do, right? Jeez. Anywho, if you disagree with what I said, there's a comment section below. I would love to have a debate. Bring it on. Bring me some of your picks. I'd love to hear them. And as always, please like, comment, share, spread the love in this video. Subscribe to my page, please. And I will see you all next time. Happy drafting.